Alright, so I'm playing India, and I wanted to include the boom in this video. It's a 2v2, so resources should be good. Yeah, and the reason I wanted to do a booming guide for India is because for most other servers, there's already a booming guide out there. Stormcoming and commentated did a lot of booming guides. And also, and this is another more important reason, I don't trust anyone else to teach people how to boom with India. Otto, Lucas can boom just as well as I can. And for Dutch, also Lucas, I guess. You could look at one of Lucas's booms for Otto or Dutch, and it would be just as good as mine, but I don't think that's the case with India. So yeah. So there are llamas on the map, so I guess I'll show you the llama boom. The deck. I'm gonna do the one with. Oh, get your Lord's Auto. Oh, whoop. I wasn't even paying attention, and I got the treasure. Nonetheless, I'm gonna do a standard India build. Standard India deck. Llamas change up the boom because they give India a lot more XP. Well, if there's only one llama, okay, there's more llamas. We were just late scouting the route. Yeah, that's a good treasure for autos. But I want to get llamas first. Usually a decent amount of llamas spawn in the route, but we were late scouting it, so they're probably all gone now. Right, anyway, so yeah. So the first thing I do, so what you want to do in age 1 is build a house and build a market and get the first hunting upgrade and the first everything upgrade, which is the one on far right. Then you need 5 rows on wood, because with distributism and only 1 TC, you need 5 rows to continue row production. Hang on, I'm gonna close that. And then age 2 with Carney. Stunned the wrong one. Oh, Kitchen Note sharp shot the wrong one as well. We messed up. So only 5. So this is the llama boom. I use the extra experience to get good faith. This will let me get the 4 Viltech from the consulate earlier. Alright, let's see if... Might learn a few treasure. Taking, techniques as well. And we got it, nice. Alright, anyway. So then you put a bunch of bills on wood once you're aging. Go for the consulate, go for the consulate, the mining upgrade, and the... Ooh, a llama. And a house. Only one though. Damn. 6 llamas isn't horrible though. Anyway. Get a few of those on coin. Oh, fuck. Forgot to do my war attack in Clash of Clans. So yeah, and then once you're aging, I like to get all the tier 2 market upgrades. Well, I with auto to get the bill thing, and that next shipment is age 2 trickle. Alright, want to get the Vil thingy as soon as you have enough export to do so. It costs 180 export. And it's more important that your colony is in a easily defensible spot than it is that you're that it's close to natural resources. And once you have both wood trickles, you only need 2 Vils on wood to keep constant Vil production on 1 TC. Oh yeah, you'll burn autos when you're done. Then just like distribute Vils so that you can get to age 3. Hit 1200 food and 1000 gold at the same time. You see I messed up my gold a bit. Maximum number of Vils you can have on a mine is 20, and I'm still gonna be late on getting all the coin, even though I have the max. Age to 3 with Tower of Victory. Gives 800 wood, which will help you get your TCs out. All coin Vils to wood, waypoint to food. It's about at this point that you want to start herding your other hunts. India should ideally have 4 hunts so that they can age to Imperial and get the upgrade. And here's where the llama XP will come in handy, because Mughal Agriculture is a very nice card that'll help you build your TCs faster. And you ally with ports next with the cheaper building cards. But you won't have enough XP for Mughal Agriculture if you don't have llamas. And that's why I only do this boom if I have llamas. I like to get the... And then of course you should get the Sacred Fields up as soon as possible, even before you make your TCs. And I got it just in time, just as I was aging. You want to use this ability whenever you have it, because it makes your vills go faster, like move faster. It affects vills as well as other units, as well as being at military units. So it's like a free vill speed boost for 15 seconds. So with 3 TCs up and both wood trickles, you need 10 vills on wood, and maybe even 9, or maybe only 9 for constant vill production. Royal Mints is next. Even if I have llamas, I still do all 20 cows. XP is really nice. Remember, each shipment gives you a free villager, so yeah. Shipments are nice for your boom missile, as well as for the fight. Gonna start sending vills to other hunts now. Oh my god, I messed up. Always be hurting. And yeah, once you're in H3, you should be getting the H3 wood upgrade. And then woodcuts are next. Oh fuck, I messed up. My pen placement there was atrocious. Do I delete it and build it somewhere else? Need the pen. Oh, the tree got chopped, so it will be able to go on the cows will be able to gather on the right side. That's nice. Always remember to stay on top of housing. And yeah, India boom is pretty easy. I can repair these just because seeing them at not max health is annoying me. Repairing them does not help my boom in any way whatsoever. But and it doesn't really matter if you're a bit late aging to industrial, because there aren't any eco ups in industrial that you can't get in fortress. So that's why I'm really chill about it. That said, you don't want to have like already enough resources to get to Imperial before you go to Industrial. Like you don't want to have. Alright, so yeah, the aging to Industrial on the Portuguese consulate costs 1,700 food and 1,200 coin. And you age with Taj Mahal, which gives 1,500 coin. So that means to age to Imperial, you need to gather with the Portuguese consulate. You need to gather 2,500 coin and 3,400 food. So yeah, you should balance your resources accordingly. Milk cards are next. Keeping in mind that it will take a while to gather the coin crates. Notice how I was walking towards the coin crates right before being in industrial. So So that right when the coin crates spawn, my villas are like right next to where the coin crates are going to spawn. It's a cool trick that you can do with any civ. Macro that pretty well. Age to 5th with Chamino. So the wonder that's not used is the Agra, and because its bonuses are useless in Treaty. And then as soon as you're aging, ideally slightly before you're aging, you burn Portuguese in order to ally with France. And you want to build a lot of houses to house the Mahout that the Chamino gives. Get the patties up ASAP. Patties gives XP. XP gives shipments. Shipments give vills. Shift click the vills on mine so you don't have like 15 vills going idle at once. Start working on patty ups. Make sure you can afford the capital wood upgrade as soon as you're an imperial. Huntville should be transitioned towards soon. Ally with France. Wait till you can send this code before you get these things. Because this code, it makes every consulate tech give free Gurkhas. Damn, I crowded my carney a bit too much. Is it okay if I delete this? If I delete this consulate, yes, I can. Cool. And I'll rebuild it up here at my FB. Simply on using consulate armies. And the vil I get from this shipment should make me will make me maxed. So all your vills should be on wood right now. While you're waiting for coin upgrades to come in. I mean, food upgrades, patty upgrades to come in. Llamas should be put somewhere safe where your opponent can't steal them and delete them. And again, I messed up by building too close to my carney. You need to be careful that you have enough space around your carney for at least 10 patties. I have enough for 9. If I build another patty, it probably won't be under full influence of the Kearney. Gonna delete this. Now I have to delete this monastery and these 4 houses in order to build a Kearney that's in order to build a patty that is within range of the Kearney. Not sure how much of a boost the Kearney gives. Probably something like 10 or 15%. That's also why you should be building your Kearneys like right next to each other with no space in between. So yeah, let's put a bunch of bills on food. The goal is to have about 20k wood by the time you send a trade, but I've 23k wood by the time you send trade, and I've already reached that, so I'm probably gonna put 100 vills on the patty on food, because you want to have 23k wood by the time you send a trade, and I've already reached that. Yeah, you don't even really need to gather the trees around your patties, because again, vills stand still. When placing mills and plantations, you want to make sure there are no trees within the like inside of the mill or plantation, because otherwise vills will like have to go around the tree, which like doesn't makes them gather less efficiently. You don't need to worry about that with patties, because vills just stand still on patties. Yeah, we can close. Cool. Yeah, you should have at least like 600 points by 20 minutes, which I did reach. If you have 700 points by 21 minutes, you're doing really good. I need to put my Charmina in a control group. These 4 European vills should definitely be inside your base on rice patties. I keep a shipment ready for trade. Keep a shipment saved. You want to make sure that you want to be sure to get these 2 elephant cards before 40, these 2 cards before 40, and this card before 40. And then once I have those, I like to send this card. Yeah, I like to send this card, and then maybe if I have another, I'd probably go for British East India Company combat card for Sepoy and Gurkha. He's not going to be able to make his FB until he starts trading, so I'm just going to start walling. Make sure he has enough space to FB. I think he does. Oh, make sure to build your FB with any other military buildings you built before 40 with sepoys, So because if your villas are building them, then they're not gathering. It's just a little thing you can do to maybe boost your score by like 1 point. Just 202. You can afford to wall a lot because walls are cheaper for you and you build walls faster than other civs. So I'm gonna wall a lot, and so then Gichinor doesn't have to wall as much. And these upgrades take forever to complete, so like the upgrades that upgrade a castle to a hill castle, then a hill castle to a mountain castle. So in order to get all the upgrades in time before the treaty ends, you have to either get one of both of them before you send trade, or you need to build 2 mountain castles. Or 2 castles. They're not mountain yet. Won't be until after trade is done. Yeah. Could probably fast forward to like 40 if you want. Basically, I'm gonna like wall. Then after I'm done finished with walls, I'm probably gonna go AFK for a bit. Oh. And then I'm gonna send trade at like 35, 40. And then after trade, I'll get all the military upgrades, and then, yeah. If Gichinor trades with me, I'll send him coin back, but he already has plantations up, so he's probably not trading with me. He either forgot or he just can't be bothered to. I think I gave him enough FBing space. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, again, shipments being saved for fur trade. Always build an eco wall. They are so useful if your opponent beats down your outer walls and then gets in with like cav or something. Then they can't just run into your eco because they have to siege your eco wall first. Kitchen Lord should have built his plantations like down here. Instead of up here. But it's no big deal, because I'm pretty sure I won't let them get to that point. I won't let them push down to here. I'm about to go AFK, and before you go AFK, you need to make sure that your vills that are gathering wood are not going to run out of trees. Like, I see that this vill only has one tree left, so I shift-clicked him to another tree. And I'm probably gonna wait until this vill is finished with the walls before I go AFK. This is especially important if you have clumps of like 10 vills on trees. You need to make sure that they're not about to run out of trees to chop. Then because otherwise if they are, and you go AFK without like moving them to a different clump of trees, then you'll have like 10 vills stop gathering while going AFK. And that can hurt your score by like up to 10 points, depending on how long you are. Frangus and Ops start positioning against me. Let's check. Passos. That doesn't work against India. I just make Seed Boy. Doesn't work for this start, I mean, at least. Yeah, it is pretty op if he can like wall here and would have flanked me, I suppose. And even though inspiration is available, I'm not going to use it. Inspiration takes like 7 minutes and 30 seconds to recharge, and I want to have it right when the fight starts. So yeah, right. I'm gonna go AFK now.
Huh?
Well, since Kitchen was not trading with me, I can afford to wait a bit before sending for a trade. Not much, because I know Fred can get insane pushes sometimes. Like, if you watched the video of my auto against Friend's ports, then you saw that Fran got an insane push on me. Guess when I get it there, must have misclicked. So you want to put gates at some points. Guess I'll fill it with Seaboy and even make the man subduer unit. Because I did scout Huss. Make 3 siege elephants to like take care of any organ guns. That should just run over his army. India wins most start fights. I think the only start fight they lose is Dutch and Japan. Probably gonna get another shipment, which I'll send on this card. It's a really good card. 5% unit attack and HP for all of your units and all of your teammates' units as well. Keep some Seaboy back to FB. I need more Wallingvilles both up at the main fight and in the route. Don't want to be late. You definitely don't want to be late with Nats if you have an auto mate. Auto really needs both Nats as soon as possible. And one of the first things I do is attack move my ranged units, so that while my melee units start pushed up, my ranged units don't just stand there. And those are the husks we were talking about. Melee Seaboy. moves up to kitchen lords, right? And then pretty sure the composition is Seaboy, Howdah, Mahout, with tigers, of course. Definitely need to fight for the position by the routes, so that I don't get mortar flanked. If a man-subdued unit dies, rebuild it ASAP. Oops. Yeah, Howdahs are good to attack artillery in a pinch if you don't have any siege elephants out. And he doesn't have many skirms out. Oh. This is gonna make this Seaboy unit die since I'm not making Seaboys. Smitting musks, I'm just gonna back off my Gurkha until I get a decent Tiger mass to meet unit. Should have Mahouts out. Mahouts are really powerful and really nice and tanky as well. Unless your opponent's is like all anti-cav, you should always have Mahouts out as India. And again, I'm like using my fast walling ability to wall that flank so that Fran hopefully can't place mortars there. If Fran were to get mortars here, he would be able to hit this barracks, that castle. Who knows how many other buildings. Always keep my man-subdued unit behind my army. Always keep him being my ranged mass attack moved whenever possible. I'd even drag thick against some and kill some units that way. Get rid of the flank walls. And then I'll start hitting towers. Trade posts are nice for India. They help out with like food and wood. Explain in another video also how good trade routes are for India. I'm low on wood, so I'm gonna start shipping wood ASAP. Tiger Wickets can be good to flank your opponent's artillery, especially if they're unprotected like that. They do very decent damage to artillery. Use approximately 4 vills to gather your wood in 300 wood crates. That's approximately how many, because 4 vills is like the most ideal because, oh shit, forgot that. Then with 4 vills gathering wood crates, like your next 300 wood will gather like right before the original 300 wood runs out. If that makes sense. Here's too many castadors for me to try to snipe his organ guns with Cowdos, so I'm just gonna try to wait for another siege elephant. And I missed my batch, fuck. Siege elephants, they have decent HP, but they get countered by like everything. They're 6 pop, and they're expensive as fuck, which makes them overall a not good unit. Also, siege elephants take 3 shots to kill a Corv, 2 shots to kill an organ. Something to keep in mind when you're microing. Damn. One of the things that Fran does really well, like every game, is protecting his organs. Like, he doesn't always use them well, but he always protects them well, and it's always really hard to hit them. See my food going up a bit, so I'm just going to delete a few vills. Which is good to do, because a lot of it, of how pop inefficient siege elephants are. India can really use the pop. I'm going to queue consuls. I'm going to start queuing consulate enemies. And since there's nothing else to hit, I'll just take out that flank wall. I should hit the towers on the right when I'm done with that. And I usually have a siege elephant in queue. They take a while to train, and so even though I have 3 siege elephants out, I queue one so that in case I die, I can immediately have more in case these siege elephants die. The siege elephants die really fast because they get countered, because scrims have a bonus against them. So it's really easy for them to die. When they die, yeah. Want to be ready with more. I usually just melee the muskets that I get from the consulate, because they're guard units, whereas the rest of your units are imperial, making them by definition weaker. And gendarmes are the exception. They're such a strong unit that industrial gendarmes can compete with imperial units, and that's how fucking broken they are. You'll notice I just abused the fact it takes just one siege elephant shot to kill a building that's under construction. So he had 2 towers under construction, and I was able to cancel them both. Now that I have a decent wood stockpile, my next shipment will be used on chakrams. Oh, they're not in stand ground. That's why they're dying so much. Fuck my life. Yeah, your explorers should be in stand ground formation. cancel a tower, and then run back. One of the few advantages of siege elephants, they don't have an animation to go in and out of fire mode, so you can easily kite with them, move them forward, attack something, move them back. Of course, this is inhibited by their range. I'm gonna try to micro how it sounds like Cassador. It's not really necessary since he has like nothing but Cassador right now. So yeah, I changed my home city waypoint to like my forward castle when I'm sending the infinite native shipments, and I quickly switch it back to town center when I'm shipping infinite 1-300 wood. A lot of people forget to switch it to their town center, and they leave it on their castle when they ship 1-300 wood, and then they forget to gather 1-300 wood, and they end up with like 10,000 wood at their castles. Don't let this happen to you. It's really bad. Yeah, I want that TP. It's giving me a nice amount of wood. Working a bit on the flank walls as well. Fran is using his flank walls to hide his mortars, which he's then using to destroy my FB. Probably be targeting rails so he can't wall so much. Not doing a very good job at that. I'm sending my siege elephants so far forward because I have 4 mahouts out right now to tank. I would not be sending them so far forward if I did not have any mahouts. Why is he saying bull? I guess Sepek gets annoyed when fighting auto because of how good Abyss are against artillery. Again, I'm gonna cancel that tower. Reposition my Gurkha. Move Howrah towards the husk so that they can kill it. be using inspiration whenever it comes up. And yeah, I lost a siege elephant there to Cassador. Now I'm gonna try hitting his organs. Oh, whoops. I think those were the Seaboy IQ to take care of his, whatchamacallit. My bad. His TP. Those were the Seaboy IQ to take care of his TP. Can I cancel that? Can I cancel? Yes! That was good. Lots of Mahoots to tank, so I can easily use those 3 Howdahs to kill his organ guns. They didn't pull back immediately when I'm done. Explorer takes forever to kill. Not many castors, and these organs are not in a good spot. Easily kill them. And we keep abusing that mechanic where one shot kills an under construction building, no matter how far under construction it is. I'm gonna send chakrams right now. And wood looks alright right now. Actually, no, it doesn't. Rather have a stockpile. Get more of a stockpile. So yeah, if your teammate is drained like that, don't just send 3k. Send as many resources as you can possibly afford. I'm going to Vil up because I might have to feed Gitchenlord more for him to be able to beat Zepek. And once that thing is down, I'm going to instantly rebuild the TP. Oh, is he getting mortared? Yes, he is. He didn't say anything. I have to help him. I won't be able to push Fran in time. I won't be able to push. He'll die before I beat Fran, so I have to help him. Whoops. That didn't help much. Also good cause, since it looks like any elephants I send in this position will just die to natives. Nothing I can do about his heavy cannons, and that's the thing Gitchenlord needs most help dealing with are the fucking heavy cannons. Gurkhas are a good helping unit, and so are Mahoots and stuff, but that's not going to help Gichinord kill the heavy cannons, which is what he really needs to do right now in order to hold. I guess I'll just try to push Fran then, since it looks like most of my units won't help that much. I am starting to get a decent push on Fran. I'm forgetting to send that shit. I'll send it now. God damn it. I think Fran is on Blood Brothers, so his score is quite low. Now that Gichinord's lost his nat, he really needs help. Would help him with siege elephants, but Corps are just superior to siege elephants. I guess what makes most logical sense is helping Gichinord with other units, so Gichinord can invest those into Corps and deal with the artillery, like the heavy cannons and the port mortars that are giving him so much grief. Just gonna hit the mortars once, the organ guns once, and then run back. Missing chakrams here. I have a nice amount of whatchamacallit. Sepec draining at an alarmingly slow rate. Auto versus German is hard, especially with Port Mort help. I have to send a ton of stuff to make up for that Port Mort help. Ideally, I would just push Fran and beat Fran, but it looks like I can't really. But it looks like if I do that, Gichinord is going to die first, so I have to help out against Gichinord. I mean, against Sergio. Could also try a jump. Not sure how Fran would feel about it. I don't like pissing off Fran because he's so fucking nice to everyone. But I think I might have to jump, especially if we lose natives. I think we're in a good spot eco-wise, but position-wise we're not, because Gichinord is losing his natives. Not his fault as much as the matchup in Port Mortars. Got 3 task bills onto wood. Ran out of wood because of that. Moving away from Musk. Feed him again. Because I notice him dropping below 2200. checking his deck to make sure he has Blood Brothers. I could give him like Colbs or something to help him out with the port mortars and the heavy cannons. Because I'm helping him, which is... But my help is like... not solving the... is not help that's like helping to solve the main problem as to why he's losing. It's just like extra units for him. At least we pushed Zebek back. That's all I can ask for at this point. Oh, I should mention this. You don't want to make more than 5 to 6 howdahs usually. And sometimes I make a mistake and I accidentally make like 7 or 8 howdahs, but I haven't done that this game, which is good of me. So if Kitchener gets pushed back to his nat, I'll again send more pop to help out. For now, I'm focusing on Fram. Kitchener seems fine at the moment. Mystic. Fuck. If I can take out the right side of his FB, I can hit his native, maybe. Gotta spread them out so they don't get splash damaged. Every time I look at Kitchenlord's fight, it's a solid composition that Kitchenlord has, and his army seems to be doing good against Setback, and yet score-wise he's draining. I don't really understand. But then again, I can't really pay that much attention to his fight. Pulling back the Falk as it's getting focused right now, baiting his Colbs with it. Where's my... See Zepek starting to get a push on Kitchenlord. I'll probably send some pop up there to I'm careful not to let Fran bait my... I'm trying to be careful not to let Fran to bait my siege elephants with his organs. He's doing a very good job keeping them back and pulling them back against my siege elephants. I don't want to go in too deep chasing them. I'm trying to be very careful to pull back. And that's gay. I'm getting 2v1, so I'm gonna pull my entire army back. Start making consulate. I'm gonna start queuing coin just in case. I have to gather it. Keep an eye on the mini-map. Maybe he's like spamming his abyss too much to try to kill Zepek's heavy cannons. I don't know. Seems like a mistake, an easy mistake to make. This auto versus German, and I got baited by Fran's organs. That's what I was trying to prevent. And yet, I let it happen to me. I'm gonna sit back with this massive Gurkha, because I'm getting doubled. Once I've dealt with it, I'll try to push out again. India can actually go down to like 900 points before being completely drained. So even though I'm at 1400, my eco is still fine. I have 34k coin left. I can still do a lot with this eco. So as all of the double, Gishinord is now able to secure both of his natives. Can I hit that mortar? Can't even hit it, damn. Was my heart good to finally see Zepek draining? She did send like 10 war wagons over to Fran. I think some of that should have been Ulan. I don't know. I just feel like war wagons, when I have a huge Gurkha mass, isn't the best unit to help with. stay back until I get more siege elephants that can deal with all these organ guns. Oh, I have 16 of them there. Oh, right. I need to, like... rebuild a castle. My current castle is way too far from the fight. He just spammed all those hussars into meleeed musk just to take out one falc. Especially since that falconet was free, that is not a worthwhile trade for Fran. Like, yeah, consulate armies are free. Just very nice. Fran's doing a good job keeping his organs, like, out of my reach. But I don't know if they're doing as much damage to my infantry mass as they should be. Like, I don't know if he's being, I don't think he's being aggressive enough with his organ mass. Especially since I'm making all this gurkha. Hit one organ and then run back. So hard to keep siege elephants alive, which makes it really hard to push with India. Which is why Fran can murder with Zepek so easily. Problem with this matchup. Difficult for India to push, makes it easy for ports to help. Doesn't have much cast out. So I'm just gonna try to hit his organs with my howdah. And pull back right now. I see Zebek spamming a lot into towers. It's good for us, I guess. What are my Mahits doing? I need my Mahits to be hitting his castle doors so he can't just walk up and kill my siege elephants like he did just now. We need to start working on the coin upgrades right about now. I'll put this on coin as well. Watching Kitchen Lord's fight to make sure he can like hold. Make sure he's not getting into too much trouble. If he is, then I have to help him. If not, then I can continue fighting and attempting to drain for him. I have to hold off on that because my wood is low. Yeah, friends getting into trouble. Zepek doubled at a really good time here. There's a bunch of pillars with like 1 HP. May as well kill them. Oh, they're just gonna die. Like the useless units they are. And I still have plenty of eco left, although the most of it is in food. I'm gonna switch a bunch of patties to coins soon. It's with Zepek's eco. If he can double me so much and yet his eco grows, I don't get it. Did he get fed? I don't understand. Is he high on villas or something? How can Kitchen Lord drain so much if I'm getting doubled? It's called getting owned, I guess. I can't build on the right side because of that mortar. It's in a really well defended place. I might switch to Seaboy since I'm so low on coin. Normally I'd be deleting vills, but I stayed high on vills in case I have to feed Kitchen Lord. Surprised Fran hasn't tried abusing the triangle, the TP throughout position yet. how easy it is to kill those things. It's so unfair. Also unfair how I've been periodically doubled by Zepek, yet his eco continues to grow. Fran isn't mortaring Gitchenord anymore, is he? So why can't he win? Yeah, there he is. Fuck. Melee Sepoys to defend against Husser Thanks. Which you should do if you're making Sepoy. Yeah, I don't think Fran's using his organs enough on my infantry mass. Yes, yes. Your death was not in vain. Siege up. Right. I just hit the goons with, try hitting the goons with those. Zipek need help. I mean, Gishin would need help. I think he needs help. His score looks awfully low. Next shipment will be used on chakrams since they have a nice stockpile of wood. Stopped including 8 war elephants in my deck because I kept not getting a chance to use them because, you know, wood's a pretty high demand resource for India. And I'm starting to get a push going, so here comes Sepek, top 31. This is like the 3rd or 4th time in this game. A nice Ulan Humenka combo from Zepek that is going to push me back and prevent me from pushing. God, I love this game. And push him right back. Fran is stacking on Anicab. I'm gonna pull back, try not to let him bait me with his organs. If I have any villas chopping wood right now, they shouldn't be. Oh, I will macro later. Right now, I'm gonna move my siege elephants up so I don't have to micro every individual tiger to the fight. And all my, and I should not have anyone gathering wood right now. Wood is not a problem resource for me at the moment. My next shipment will be on chakrams for that reason. Chakrams for that reason, yeah. Gonna try to take care of that mortar. Q Zepek. Yeah, here he has one more wagon here. This might be GG soon if Zepek doesn't interfere again. I don't know if he can interfere again. He's already at 1400. Oh, I don't have siege elephants. Maybe Fran will hold here. Finally made Fran drop below with 1,500. Yeah, Fran's dead. Zepek needs to feed and help him now, and I don't know if he can with the 1,450 score. This might be GG. Oh, whoops. I'll send these bills to gather that. Yep, I have a push going now. I was microing very carefully this game. Wasn't spamming too hard. Microed my Gurkha mass very carefully. And in the end it was worth it, because I was able to drain him. Hit that mortar. Fran had to stop making units because he's out of resources. I guess the resource that he's out of, Zepek doesn't have either. And that's why I'm able to push here. Zepek has to help or they die. If Fran dies, he will lose his entire FB and then I'm at their base. That mortar position in the Eclipse is so perfect, I can't even reach it with my siege elephants. So now I'm trying to push really hard, now that Fran's out of something. I'm trying to get the push going like right now. Mainate Seapoy is dealing with his husk flanks to the best of my ability. Me too. Zepek said he's about to. Me too. Getting doubled all game. It's frustrating. I'm watching Zepek not drain against Kitchen Lord. But I'm finally in a good position to push. All of Fran's towers are down. Gotta get more guys on food. I don't want to have to ask Kitchen Lord for resources because Kitchen Lord's eco is weak as is. Might just switch to full Gurkha. Finally what? We win? The reason it took so long is because of you, bub. Hate to break it to you. Don't want to be in it. Hate to sound like an asshole, but it's true. And if he says anything otherwise, then he's lying. Because I've been getting doubled by Zepek all fucking game. Like every time I try to push, well not the entire game, but every time I try to push, at least Zepek has been here helping it Fran. Even though Fran's dead, I can't push him because he keeps flanking my FB. It's so annoying. As soon as I rape these two buildings, he won't be able to flank me anymore. Thank God I made that batch. It was really close. If it were laggy, I would not have made that batch. He's just flanking now. Flanking and mortar flanking. And how do you beat that as India? You don't. Or how do you push that? It's like so hard. Like he's dead, he can't keep max pop, and yet he's still holding me more or less because he keeps mortar flanking and flanking. He's so annoying. He's still trying to win. No, he's dead. See how much this siege elephants are so fucking bad. My God, stop! Makes you want to fight to the end, but Fran is just so annoying with his constant mortar flanks. Where did that come from? Holy fuck. Oh, yeah, there. Yeah, and that's the game, because I'm in his base. India, but you have so many ways of stalling if you're against India. Like, we saw Fran Huss flanking and mortar flanking and stuff. And I noticed this in all the Dutch versus India games in 2013 that I lost. It's like, even if you're dead, you're lost, you can stall games against India with like towers and walling and focusing siege elephants, and it takes forever for India to kill an opponent. Yeah. Uh, Alright, well, that was it. Hope you enjoyed the fight. Just played India for the boom, but it turned out to be a very nice fight as well. Yeah, he needs to use his organs more. Be more hussars when I was going Gurkha. 6 organs aren't very useful if they're just sitting out of range of your enemy's infantry. They just like don't do anything, then they're a waste of pop. Even though my score is only 1100, I still have 10,000 of each resource and 1,000 wood. So I'm still fine on resources. Right.